anyway, they pushed it. They tried to. I was trying to get away, and I pushed her very hard, and she fell into the street. And then I was mad at her. I was so mad at her. I saw that she was on the curb, and that the bus driver was about to go over her head with the tire. And I felt like, oh, she deserves that because she was trying to hurt me. She needs to find out better than to hurt me. I didn't want her to die or nothing like that. But what she did was then he saw her and he said, wait, and he said, and then I said, I looked and I saw, and she was, as the tire was on her head, she said, I'm gonna die, and then he backed up, and then he was gonna go over her again, and we said, no, there's a person down there, something like that, and he looked out his rear view, his side mirror, but then he kept going, and he cracked her head open, and she died. And then the policeman that was right there in front of the area near the record store, because we were right near where not record store, near we were right near the radio station, and this was downtown Inglewood, and it was where the radio station used to be, and it was right there in front of the police station. And there was a policeman that happened to be right there, and he told us that he was a judge. He said he saw everything. He said you can go because that was in self-defense. And he says, and he took that man that was driving, he booked him for murder because he knew that he had looked out the side of his rear mirror and kept going. And so then they said for us to stop, but I said, but she'd still be alive today if I had let her strangle me to death. I said, I should have let her strangle me to death. Jehovah doesn't like me not standing up for killing in self-defense. Jehovah doesn't like that. I said, plus I didn't try and kill her. I didn't know she was going to die. But anyway, so then my husband said he knew, and he told me, come on. And so before that happened, I saw the clouds were rolling in. I thought I heard horses rolling in. Somebody was making me see this. And I saw the crosses, but I said, Jehovah, I said, if you forgive men of their sins, if you had Jesus forgive men of their sins and clean them up and rescue and raise the dead and cure the sicknesses and illnesses, will you do this for me from heaven, please? And then I said, please say you want to. And I heard a voice say, I want to. And then after that, I saw a spirit come out of the woman, laughing and screaming, laughing up a storm like it was some kind of demon. And he went toward the manhole and went down into the manhole. And I think my husband said that's exactly what he was. He was a demon. And so then I went home, and we walked home to Enterprise. In a way, after we saw some people were standing dead in their tracks, and some people were still moving. As I looked down in the city, more of the city, some people were still moving, and some people were still some people were still stuck in their tracks. And as we walked past them, and they were just still standing there in mid-air, stuck in position, like they were some kind of mannequin or something. And then we walked past them, and then as we walked all the way home, and then I got home, I told my mom everything that happened, and she said, Desiree, she said, are you sure this happened? Are you guys sure this happened? And Randall said, I gotta go. And he left, and she said, Desiree, tell me that again. Say that again. And I told her everything. And she said, Desiree, you need to go get your medicine changed because what you're saying doesn't make sense. She said, that's not the way the city works. The policeman would have had to make a report. He would have took you down to the jail. He would have took you to jail. I said, no, but he told me I could go. And I said, ask Randall. And she said, oh, well, I think you need to go get your medicine changed. And she made me go to the hospital. I went to the hospital. I got my medicine changed and all that and everything. And then when I came back, found out that they had been spending a lot of time together and all that, I think. And, well, that's things that happen. That's some things that happened. It was really weird. I think that might have been the time where President Obama was about to become president. And President Obama, he had been saying things to me, and I think he used the power of spellbinding because he he would he would do things and tell me things, and I would hear his voice, and I would not see him. But at one time, I was in the Harborview house, and he was talking to me through the intercom. But there was another time when I was with someplace else, and he was telling me, Desiree, if you don't sell those things, I'm going to auction your food thing off. And another time he told me, Desiree, your business is unconstitutional, so we're shutting it down, and all that kind of stuff. And he kept bothering me like that. Well, I remember when he did something to me before he was ever president, and they kept saying, Desiree, you've got the president. Don't bother him. Don't just do what he tells you to do. And I was fighting him. I didn't want him to have intercourse with me. He was forcing himself on me, and I did not want him to have intercourse with me. And then he tried to say something about. They came out with something about saying that he was that there were two twins. That people were having twins of the presidencies and stuff like that, and all that kind of stuff. I just dropped it. I said, I'm not going to bother him as long as he don't bother me. And I started thinking he might have taken my money outside of those banks. But I did tell, in order to keep my money, I told the banks to have I asked Jehovah to put my movie in the banks so that they will know for sure who's who, and they keep up with my pictures, and also that they know that they have some of my diamonds and that they have some of my money in there, and some of the gold that I asked God to make for me, to have it in place of me for the diamonds. And I had given gold to some of my children, to some of them, and I had given money and diamonds to some of them, let them find it, and some of them. Anyway, I think Rihanna found her diamonds anyway. But I also want to say this. Jehovah will forgive you if you stop sleeping with your brother. He'll forgive you. He forgave me. I believe he forgave me when I slept with Bobby. I slept with Bobby one time. One time I slept with Bobby. Maybe when I was younger, I slept with him too, because I remember a guy named KK. He was supposed to be my cousin, but somebody told me, my dad told me something about, no, he's your brother, or something like that. I said, oh my goodness. And KK, when I was a little girl, he loved me to death. And I was a little girl, and I used to powder myself up, and my mother took a picture of me. I had my hat on, my dress on, not dress on, my hat, powder all over me, and I had a little purse I was holding. I said, come on, Mommy, I'm ready to go. And I had nothing on. I had no clothes on. And they took a picture of that. And she said, Desiree, you were ready to go. And you didn't put no clothes on. And they were laughing at me after that. But anyway, so that's all I have to say for now. And what I'm trying to say is, please, I don't want them to lose their life. The reason why I do things, don't just stick to your conscience and stick to the laws of Jehovah, and you'll be okay. And don't worry about me, about about how I'm dressed or how I'm doing, because it doesn't matter in the end. He doesn't look at me for what you're doing, what you're going to be judged for. He looks at you. He's going to look at me for me. He's going to look for every individual's judging. That's the way he taught his son to judge, and his son is doing that. Okay? So that's all I have to say for now. Everyone take care, okay? Love and agape from Desiree. Bye-bye. Amen.